Hey guys, welcome back to my video. So okay, yeah, if you're thinking why you come in here dressed like this, I just finished filming a clothing haul and I just thought roll into another video, and yeah, I wasn't about to change. But anyway, so I'm back with a highly requested video on how I lost weight, and this video has been requested for the longest, and the reason I haven't done it and didn't want to speak on it is just because I wasn't done losing weight first of all, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to maintain that weight, so I didn't really want to come up here suggesting stuff and then like suggesting something that wasn't proper, because I know sometimes like there's different, you can lose weight doing anything, but different methods, sometimes you can't keep the weight off, and that's what I was kind of working on to see if I'll be able to keep the weight off, because it's happened before. I've lost weight before and I've gained it back, but now I've found what works for me, and it might work for you. Most likely gonna work for you because bitch went vegan, and I mean vegan, all you eat is fruit, veg, you know, it's that healthy lifestyle. So yeah, and everyone knows losing weight is you know what, to be honest, I'm even gonna say 100% what you eat, because there's been times when I wasn't eating good but I was working out so much I didn't lose weight. So I know people say 80% what you eat, but I'm gonna honestly say 100%. You can lose weight without working out, and if you're eating right, you can keep the weight off without working out. But obviously if you're gonna working out for me was more of a thing. I wanted to tone up, and of course it will make the process a lot quicker, but not everyone likes working out, so this is perfect for those who likes working out and those who don't like working out. And yeah, so when I went vegan, I'm not gonna lie, I was scared, because I don't know, it's a lot, it's so much, like, but it's not. It's a lot if you don't do your research, if you don't find out everything that you need to know. It's gonna seem like such a huge transition, but it's really not that big of a transition. And I know some people, like, if you want, you could kind of transition into being a vegetarian and then go into being a vegan. But for me, I just kind of went cold turkey, because when I started uni, I wasn't really eating that much meat. The only meat I was eating was chicken, or like sometimes if I'd go out and stuff. Obviously I was still having like animal products and milk and all of that stuff, but that wasn't really hard for me to cut. The only thing that I struggled to let go of was eggs. I love boiled eggs. Like, I fuck with boiled eggs. I love my boiled eggs. So that was a bit of a problem, that was an issue, but I done it. And yeah, so I went vegan for a year and like 2 months, and then the idea kicked in. Too much stress. I needed comfort food. Not gonna lie, I needed comfort food. I needed food quick. I didn't have time to be waiting around on the stove cooking, going shopping. Like, I just didn't have time for any of that. And like, as a uni student, like, I'm not even gonna come up here and start. Money can get a bit hard sometimes, you know, things can get a little bit hard sometimes. I wasn't working as much, obviously, because I was trying to do the best I could with uni, and there was just so much work to do, so I kind of slowed down with work, and I was like, shit, this vegan shit is really taking a lot of pee out of my account. So, you know, I would say one of the other reasons, but it is affordable, it's manageable. It's just because I would literally completely stopped working. That was the only reason. But if you're still working here and there and stuff, I think you could manage it. And yeah, so I haven't been vegan for the last 3 months, and I plan on going back. I don't know when, but yeah, I do try to eat like vegan meals here and there. But if there isn't vegan food, it's not a thing of where I don't eat. Like before, I would literally not eat, and I would wait till I get home and then make my food. So yeah, so that's basically what I did. I done so much research on YouTube. There's so many like vegan YouTubers. I promise you, like, anything you want you can have when you're vegan. There's like alternatives to everything, and I didn't believe this before. I was like, hell no, but there really is. And if you know how to cook, if you know how to season your food, you're fine, you're okay. The taste is still gonna be there. People who be complaining you don't know how to cook, sis, or guy, whoever, that's the problem. If you don't know how to cook, your food is gonna be a bit dry. Like, coming from eating extremely flavored food obviously to eat, like veg and all of that and stuff. Like it's quite plain and simple, but it doesn't have to be. There's so many like vegan cooking channels. That's what I would do if I, let's say, I don't know, I want something that I would eat before I went vegan, but I don't know the alternative to it. I would just look it up, vegan, like, okay, pancakes, there you go, vegan pancakes on YouTube. So any recipe that you want, I promise you, you will find it on YouTube. So it's really not that hard. It is not difficult at all. And then just do your research and stuff. And the first month or so it's a bit hard, just because every single time you go shopping and you pick up something that's already done, and obviously it's not veg or whatever, you do have to like check the bag to see what ingredients they put in it, because sometimes they could have like animal oils and fats and stuff, and if you're vegan you can't have none of that. It's not just about eating meat, it's not just about eating meat, it's about everything. So if you're eating something and it's got like, I don't know, some cow fat or something, then that's not vegan. So yeah, you just need to do your research on what to avoid, the do's and the don'ts, and it's okay. You don't need to restrict yourself. Like when I tell you, I was eating whatever I want, whenever I wanted, how much ever the fuck I wanted, and the weight was just dropping. I was like, where have you been all my life? Why did I not try this before? So I was like, honestly, I see why every single person who's vegan raves about being vegan. You feel like, I know what people do it for different reasons, so if you do it for animals and stuff, don't come for me, because I done it for my health personally, and I don't think that's a bad reason, or it's a reason for people to come for people, because I was doing it for my health. If you're doing it for whatever reasons, of course there's different reasons for people to go vegan, but yeah, I see why everyone recommends going vegan. Like I literally, when I tell you, like I suffer from eczema, I've had eczema since birth, and when I tell you that shit cleared right off, I didn't go to the doctors for my skin for over a year, and recently, like some patches, I don't know if you can see this, because of meat and stuff, that's when I realized like, okay, cool, meat is not for me and all of that. Some patches did start coming back, so that's when I'm like, oh shit, I might have to go back to being vegan. And like TMI, but a bitch didn't shit. I would take poos like every 2 weeks, and when I went vegan, that shit was dropping 3 times a day. That shit was dropping 3 times a day, and I loved it so much. Like I was always so constipated before, so fucking bloated. I didn't know what bloating is, I didn't know what constipation is when I went vegan. Like I love being vegan. I just think everyone should go vegan, to be honest, but I get it can be a little bit time consuming, I'm not gonna lie, for me. But obviously sometimes, because I live in England as well, I live in London, UK, whatever you want to call it, and they don't have vegan shops like they do in America and stuff. Like I can't just go out and eat and there's no vegan restaurants. Some, like the most they have is vegetarian options and stuff, so it's a bit like, yeah. So I don't know what else to say. How did I lose weight? I literally just went vegan. That's literally it. There's nothing to it. I went vegan. I started eating clean as fuck. I was working out 4 to 5 times a week. That's another thing as well, obviously. That would make the process a lot quicker. I was working out 4 to 5 times a week. I was doing, at first I started off with a lot of weight training, and then I was like, okay, cool, let me switch this up. So I started doing interval training, what's called cardio, like interval cardio, and I would do that at the start of my workout, and then I would go into my weight training, or sometimes I would go do my cardio in the morning, and then at night time come back to do weights. And normally I stay in the gym for like 2 hours if I'm doing weights and stuff, so, or if I'm doing like a whole thing. So yeah, that's what I would do, and every day I would obviously focus on different body parts and stuff. And yeah, so currently my goal, I'm just trying to lose a little bit more of my arms, because that's like been my struggle. Everything else just kind of went, like naturally I'm a not small girl, I'm a slim person. I mean, like naturally I'm a slim girl. I've never been bigger than size 8 until uni, and then that's when I kind of got bigger, and you know what happens in first year. But yeah, so since then, that's when I gained my arms, and that's what I've been trying to lose, and I've been trying to tone up. But I think they've gone so much. Like, I'm starting, you know, like my shoulders are starting to get that elegancy back to them, whereas before they were looking a bit but yeah, so they're starting to get, you know, like I like shoulders that are just like this, yeah. But yeah, so right now my goal is, I do want my arms to get a bit smaller, and I just want to tone up everywhere. I'm still toning up everywhere, but yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. That's literally it. It was just the easiest thing. I was drinking so much water. I was drinking like 4 litres of water a day, or sometimes I have like this 2.2 massive bottle thing that I got from the gym. Actually, you can get it, or you can even get it on Amazon, and you would carry that shit everywhere. People would laugh. I would carry it to work, to lectures, everywhere. I would walk around with that bottle because I needed to make sure I drank at least that 1 bottle. And then if, of course, some days were better, and then on good days I would drink the double. So whatever happened, I needed to drink that 2.2. And then if I drank another one, obviously that's good for me, but I needed to drink that 2.2 each day. And then the more you work out though, it's easier to drink water, because when you work out, you crave, your body like craves water like crazy. So it did help. Like, I would probably drink like a whole litre when I was in the gym working out, so I would drink half of the bottle by the time I get home, and it's like, okay, I don't have that much to drink anymore. And sometimes even if I'm just chilling, I'll just pop a straw, because it's quite big, I'll just pop a straw in there. I'll just be slacking on it just because I don't know, sometimes it can be a bit off-putting when you have so much water to drink and you have to drink it this way. But you know, if you're just sipping through, it just goes down slowly without you noticing or realizing, and then it gets to a point where you naturally want water, like your body naturally wants water, so it's not a struggle for you anymore. And for those of you that struggle drinking plain water, I don't recommend buying is it called flavoured water, whatever the fuck it's called, from the shops. I don't recommend buying any of that bullshit. What I would do is go and get you some cucumbers, go and get you some kiwis, chop that shit up, pop it into your water overnight, leave it, and when you wake up in the morning, sis, that water tastes so good, and it's good for your skin as well. What's it called? Cucumber and kiwi water, and it helps you detox and lose weight and all of that. And hi guys, I'm back. So basically my camera died, change of clothes, I've been taking pictures, but yeah, I just quickly wanted to close off the video. I think I covered every single thing that you might want to know about my workout, what I used to eat and drink. I didn't drink anything but green tea and water, and I think that's everything. Yeah, that's literally everything. Everything. I don't have like, just keep at it, be consistent. However, whether you decide to go vegan or you're trying another way of losing weight, just be consistent. And yeah. Oh, also another thing, like, I stopped eating white rice and I changed to brown rice. I stopped eating potatoes, even though they're vegan, but I just, yeah. And I started eating sweet potato instead. And obviously bread, I was getting vegan bread if I did want bread and stuff, and like wraps, the vegan wraps and all of that. And if you're from the UK and you're wondering where you can get vegan food, Tesco, they do, it's not a lot, it's like the range is not that big, but they do some vegan foods. You have to be careful though to read and like make sure you read them, because some of them are not completely 100% vegan, some of them just, you know, different types of diets. But yeah, Tesco, that's where I was getting my stuff. And also I like meat-free stuff, like, you know, the fake meat stuff, and I was eating a lot of tofu and stuff. So yeah. And ooh, tofu, don't get your like tofu from like Tesco or Asda or anything. I actually went and got mine from a Chinese shop, and it was cheaper and it was bigger and it would last me longer. It's like a massive pack this big, and I think it was like £2.99 or something. And then in Tesco it's like a little, it's like, you know, them little, yeah, it's like this small, and I think it was £5, something silly like that. But yeah, so at first I was eating like meat-free meat. I don't know what to call it. Meat-free meat, like mince and stuff. It was made out of like soya and stuff, like different meat-free stuff, you know, without any animal products and stuff. So yeah, that's what I was eating. But other than that, after a month I got bored of it and I just literally went completely vegan without any like substitutes for meat and stuff. I just wasn't even thinking about it. But yeah, that's everything you guys need to know. And obviously if I haven't answered anything, feel free to email me, DM me. You guys always been DMing me about asking about what I did, so I hope this video is honestly somewhat helpful to someone. And like I said, feel free to ask me anything that you want. I will be there to help and answer your questions, and I'll see you guys in my next video.